One of the right attitude of Muslims, they always invoke blessings, making dua, caring for each other. Not that they always try to hate each other, plotting against one another. And listen to this verse, Surah Al-Hashr, verse number 10. والذين جاءوا من بعدهم يقولون ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, those who comes after them, they will say, "Oh Allah, forgive us and our brothers who had preceded us in faith. Oh Allah, don't make any hatred in our hearts for those who believe. Oh Allah, you are innaka ra'ufur rahim." When you want to know about a Muslim community or generation of Muslim community, how good they are, that he found them always making dua for those who precede them in faith and iman. As a result of this, he found all the students, they always, when they mention the name of their sheikhs, they always saying, "Our sheikh, my teacher, may Allah send mercy in his soul." You found the Muslims always talking about tabi'in, say rahimahumullah. When they said the Sahaba, they said radiyallahu anhum, may Allah be pleased with them. When they mention the Prophet, they say sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We need to learn this kind of akhlaq and this kind of adab and this kind of discipline, not to be backbiting each other, slandering one another, going in the internet, putting false and lies in one another. But we make dua for one another, forgiving one another, be patient with one another, advising in a nice way and correcting one another, inshallah, because this is the attitude of the believers. Those who comes after them, وَالَّذِينَ جَاءُوا مِن بَعْدِهِمْ يَقُولُون, what they say, رَبَّنَا اغْفِرْ لَنَا وَلِإِخْوَانِنَا الَّذِينَ سَبَقُونَا بِالْإِيمَانِ. Oh Allah, forgive us and forgive our brothers, those who had passed away and those who had preceded us in iman, in faith. Oh Allah, don't make any ill feeling in our hearts for the general Muslims community. And we say the same thing. Oh Allah, لا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا إنك رؤوف رحيم. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى اللهم وسلم وبارك على عبدك ورسولك محمد في الأولين وفي الآخرين وفي يوم الدين آمين يا رب العالمين. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for being here tonight. Inshallah, leave the rest of the time if you have any comments or correction. Again, I would like to emphasize that I'm not going to be here, inshallah. Tomorrow, after tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, I see you Monday, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. Mic is yours.
Assalamu alaikum, y'all, and good evening, plums. Can anybody out there hear me? Alhamdulillah. Well, Imam Adly, at the masjid where I pray, they have a habit of kind of waiting some after the brothers finish the sunnahs after Isha. And one brother reads a single hadith. and we discuss it a little bit, and then we go home. Now, this isn't scheduled, it's just something that we all kind of started. Is this something that's acceptable? That was my first point, and for those who are interested, today I made a new photo of myself and posted it on my profile. And it's the one where I'm wearing a blue shirt and a dark cap. So I don't look much different than I do in the other ones. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Assalamu alaikum, y'all, and good evening, Muslims.
Thank you, Brother Thabit. Jazakallah khairan. The Prophet ﷺ didn't make a special time for learning our deen. Any time we can teach, we can preach, we can correct, we can convey the message of the Prophet ﷺ. As long as no disturbance for the people, okay? Inshallah, there is no harm in this. As the convenience of the people, if this is the time that convenience for them, Alhamdulillah, inshallah is good. And Allah knows best. Congratulations for the new picture. Do we have anybody in Connecticut?
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بارك الله فيك يا شيخ وجزاك الله خير ونفعك الله وإيانا. يا شيخ في اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. Like the money order, if you get the money order for something, let's say the money order for $500, you have to pay $1 or $2 or whatever. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Is that acceptable? It's like when you go to cash a check in a bank where you do not have a bank account. Sometimes they charge you money for that. Or I don't know if you know much about the trucking business where you can get some cash advance. And when you get your cash advance, if you do not get fuel, you have to pay 2%, something like this. Is that considered like riba, or they call it service fees? But for us as Muslims, what would that be? Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
As for the money order, this is, like you say, is a service. Because you could not send money cash from a place to place. So they give you something in exchange of your cash, which you can send it to wherever you want to send it, and is guaranteed because you got the receipt and the number in case you lose it or nobody can utilize it except the person that you wrote the name. So inshallah, and Allah knows best, I don't see any wrong in this, especially the things that we have no choice about it. Unless you're going to won't send $100 to Atlanta to your cousin, you're going to cost yourself $300 for airline ticket and to go and give him the $100 and come back, so he lost more than a benefit. So this services charges and Allah knows best. As for the cash advance, I don't know what it is. If somebody giving you a cash, so now when you bring the money back, you giving them more, this is riba. And Allah knows best. That means I said to you, okay, you get your check on the 6th of the month, but you can buy gas from me from now. And when you pay me, when your check comes, now you pay me more. If the gallon is $2.50, now you're going to pay me $3. This will be a usury and Allah knows best.
So I have two questions, I think. Can I ask two questions? They're very short questions. Let me put up my mic as volume. The volume is up after a minute. Maybe it's just your volume. Oh, wait. How's it now? Should be good now. Am I loud? Yeah, normal. Okay. That's the best I can go after. So we just thump on speakers. Alright, I think. But the problem is some people speaking. Anyways, I'll say my question, inshallah. I heard a hadith from an imam. Sorry, it was a sheikh who stated that the hadith, I did not get the reference. It says that be different from the Ahl Kitab, the Jews and the Christians, and pray in your shoes. That is how much I heard. Inshallah, if you can verify whether this is a hadith or not. And second, what is the difference between investment? What is the difference between investment and riba? Are they one and the same? And if not, what is the difference? And which one is halal, which one is not? Mike is free, salam alaikum.
The hadith خالف اليهود والنصارى صلوا في نعالكم أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم. The hadith is authentic. Be different from the Jews and the Christian. Pray in your shoes. As for investment and riba, that a loan, as a result of the loan, you will get a profit. But the investment is exposed to a profit or loss. And Allah knows best. Mike is back.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. One please, can I be heard, inshallah? Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, my question is actually for a sister who's a new Muslim to Islam. And she actually asked me this question and I was not really 100% sure. So I wanted to check with Brother Imam Adly and then inshallah get back to her. Okay, the question is, she told me that she had married a brother. Okay, so she has become a Muslim now, alhamdulillah. She married this brother who's a Muslim, and they did not Islamically get married. According to, they got married in a court. In America, they got married in the court, and she wanted to know if that marriage is valid, and she wanted to know if it's accepted as a marriage. So I wasn't sure what to tell her, but I did tell her that Allah knows best that Islam recognizes I guess every marriage, I mean, even that marriage would be recognized as a marriage. I'm not sure. So then I also told her I will ask the brother and I will find out. So if you can please answer my question, I'd really appreciate it, and then I can pass it on to her. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Marriage in non-Islamic court is not marriage. Marriage in Islam requires the following: guardian, witnesses, dowry, and none of these things exist there. So this is not marriage. Allah knows best. Mic is free.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Back to the question, the cash advance. The cash advance is not as, yeah, see, it requires for the person to be a truck driver to deal with it. Cash advance, when I go to fuel for my truck, the company gave me a credit card to fuel for the truck and it pays. I have nothing to do with that. But sometimes I myself require to get some cash advance for my personal use, and they deduct that money from my check. And the ones who deduct the money, either let's say my cash advance is $50. They deduct $2 service charge because it's from me to my company and to the credit company to the gas station. So I don't know if that is considered. They take $2 for the service fee, unless if I get fuel more than 50 gallons, they don't charge me these $2. If I don't get fuel and I need to get cash advance for my personal use and to be deducted from my check. Some gas stations, they require $1 or $2 service fee on top of the $50. This is my question, inshallah. And if I may add something, Imam Adly, Brother Thabit, and hopefully, inshallah, you correct me in that. I heard that the sunnah is to pray the sunnah of Isha at home, not in the masjid. And Allah knows best. Assalamu alaikum.
It seems, Akhi, that this is a service charge. It seemed to be a service charge that you someplace and you could not get cash. So for you to get the cash and for them to get it from the company and things like this, service charge, and Allah knows best. All sunnahs, it is more rewarded to pray in the house. Thank you for asking. If no more questions, inshallah, you have a good night, everybody. Mic is free.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My question is a follow-up to the question I asked earlier. You confirmed the hadith is true, Akhi. What are the implications of the hadith? Are we supposed to pray our salah in our shoes? Is this always, or is this just a permissibility? And if so, why don't we pray in our shoes? Mike is free, Assalamu alaikum. Just a bit elaboration on that hadith.
The permissibility and the encouragement to pray in your shoes so you can be different from them in this manner. Why? I don't know why you don't do it. Who you asking why? Everybody have to ask himself why I'm not praying, why I'm not growing my beard, why I'm not covering myself, why? Everybody start with his own self. Does not mean that you can go walk in the mosque with your shoes. The mosque of the Prophet ﷺ was nothing but sand and dirt. So you can pray in the rest area when you stop. You can pray in your house with your shoes. When you play in basketball and you stop for Zohar, you don't have to take your shoes off. When you go to Musalla al-Eid and you pray on the grass, keep your shoes on. Thank you everybody for being here tonight. I see you in 4 days inshallah. Give me in your dua. Thank you very much. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك والله أعلم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.